Do you have any like stories specifically that you could tell about somebody who called in and Talking Church helped you better connect with your people?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a lady in our church that maybe about 3 months ago, kind of first part of the year, she was driving home. She literally lives like on the back side of our parking lot. So there's a street that goes, back behind there, and there's a fence between the yards and the community right there. And she'd never heard of our church, never been to our church. She didn't usually drive by our church. She came from a different direction. And it just happened to be a Sunday morning. She was coming home from taking care of some family things, and she was having a major anxiety attack. And she stopped in the church. She just pulled over. And I'm like, she was maybe like a minute and a half, 2 minutes from being home. And something pulled her into the parking lot. She came in, and people were able to love on her and touch base with her. She stayed for church, and fast forward, a lot of her family has been unchurched for several years, and a lot of her family comes to church now. The way Talking Church comes into that is after she had come, and she'd been coming for about a month, she was dealing with some personal things with her anxiety and stuff again, and she really needed to talk to somebody. And she knew she got the text messages from the church, from the guest follow-up, and so she called that number. And when she called that number, she went through the digital receptionist, she asked to speak to the pastor, and it called my cell phone directly. I was able to just listen to her, I was able to talk to her, I was able to pray with her in that moment, and give her that personal touch where she could hear my voice on the other side of the phone. Sometimes you need that personal connection, and you can't wait for the next time that the church doors are open for service, or you need a one-on-one. And so she was able to have that one-on-one moment where she was able to speak to me on the phone, and I was able to just listen to her, pray with her, and speak to her from God's word. And so that was just kind of the first of several big impacts that we've had over the last several months using Talking Church.